Hello, welcome to ECRO World Tour. This is Chasing Sgurr Stage 3, and this is Braek-fast Crits and Grits? Yes, I think it is. Yeah. Either way, it's around Scotland. It's a very punchy course. We go round and round and round and round, I think 8 times the Loch Circuit, because we're doing 2 laps of this course. We'll skip through some of that because it doesn't make particularly entertaining viewing. So we'll just sort of talk about the interesting bits. So it's a mass start race, and the first 2.5 minutes of this course are pretty much all uphill. Here we are scaling the south side of the Sgurr, which is effectively 90 seconds really, and there's 3 500-watt punches to get up here. You can ease off slightly on the lower gradient sections as long as you're in the draft. Yeah, speeds are above 35 kilometers an hour, but just make sure you punch up and over the steep bits. There we go. Nice easy start, says old Andy. But get to the top and crest with the front group. We've got several A's and B's together here to go back down the route. While we descend the Sgurr, I think it's just worth mentioning I'm racing in here. We've also got Adam Dawson, Marco Rufer, and Laritz is in here. Laritz is in A and Marco's in A with me, and Adam is going for going for the GC and also for the win in category B. And all of us so far have made it over the top. Here we are making our way back towards the city, where we'll tackle the Clyde kicker. Just turn left and the road starts to turn upwards. This is a long race. It's going to be around a 60-minute race, so I wasn't expecting anyone to go too hard up here. You know, sometimes people go straight from the bottom, but just keeping an eye on people's watts per kilo around here. Nothing too harsh. And as always, start pushing from the back. I'm trying not to go orange, just because I don't want to kind of force everybody else orange. But yeah, it does kick off a little bit towards the top. Don't know if we've lost any. I don't think we lose anybody there. And safely over the top with the front. This part of the course is quite nice. You can sort of relax and just almost like a roller coaster push over there with 500 watts. We've got someone making a move off the front, but 36 kilometers to go. I don't think that's going to last very long. And we're out of the city and still in a decent sized group. I'm about 19, 20 of us. I'm just tail gunning at the back. Now we're just approaching what is a bit of a pinch point on this route. Any Scotland route that goes in this direction, you've got about a minute, maybe just a bit over a minute of draggy climb. And racers and riders do like to push up here. And you can see it's already, you can see a few people at 6 watts a kilo there, 5 watts a kilo. So for me, this is a, get some power down, get on the nose of the saddle, keep that power down as long as I can, nothing too major. And just towards the top, as we approach the roundabout, it does kick up a little bit. I tend to get out of the saddle and just grind out some extra watts to make sure I get over and into the draft for the flat section. So here we are, my cadence has dropped, you can see that. I'm out of the saddle, now I'm back down and safely in the draft. Now one thing to note here is in B races or other categories, maybe category C, category B and lower, this part of the course is a lovely route to approach and draft down. There is so much draft to be had. It's one of my favourite sections. But in ACAT, and particularly when you have A+ riders, they love to put the power down here. 400, 500 watts. And that can stretch things out a bit. So you've got to be wary going down here. If you can get a rest, I would recommend taking the rest, and that's what I'm doing here. Luckily, unfortunately for us, nobody is pushing too hard, and in fact this is very mild, I guess because we have 31 kilometers to go. But yeah, I have been dropped down here by A+ cats when they just don't want to stop pedaling. But here it's all very civilized. Until I see Laritz dropping back a little bit. You can see he was doing no watts there, and he's gone orange from a quite early. 9 watts a kilo. Then he's using the pack to slingshot through, but for me that is too early. And what he's done is now everybody's responding to that move. And I don't think, speaking to him afterwards, I think he was just trying to kind of efficiently roll through and roll over there. But I think, it was a bit too much power. It did shake things up for a little bit. And we're now approaching I think it's the Loch Circuit. I'm just going to skip through this because it doesn't make very entertaining viewing. We go around the loop 4 times, get a bit dizzy. I did think about putting some music and a bit of Benny Hill chase, but we'll save that for later. And after 4 laps round the circuit that I skipped through, it is hard to keep count when you're racing and trying to keep an eye on what's going on around you. We eventually turned left. We're now sort of pushing up this kicker. It's not as I've seen spicier kicks up there, but everybody just wants to keep the power down a little bit longer. And we do have to scale the road side of the Sgurr. I think it's the south side, if anyone knows which side the road side is. The road side's a bit easier than the gravel side. But we do have to scale that. And before we get there is I don't know, is it 2 minutes, 3 minutes? There's a 2 to 3 minute, draggy climb that's 2 to 3%, and that is fatiguing. Get a bit of a downhill into it, and if you watch what I'm doing here, I'm keeping quite a gap. That allows me to hold the power back, not push as much power as everybody else in front of me. They're going to hit this bump, this 4% before me, and almost by actually not even doing anything, I catch them up just because they've hit the bump before me. So here we are. This is now the run up to lap 2. But this is fatiguing. For me, I'm now somewhere, I'm above my FTP, I'm kind of a VO2 max. My cadence has dropped, so I'm grinding this out. I'm trying to hold 350-ish watts. Looks like one red A has dropped. And we're still going. And bear in mind, there's about a 90-second 500 watt effort coming up. So I'm trying to grab any rest I can. Finding a nice position at the back of the group. And now I need as much recovery as I can get to get myself over the roadside of the Sgurr again for the second time. So left turn at the roundabout. Here we are. It's a 90-second effort. It's about 3 times 500 watt efforts with 300 watts in between, if you want to kind of pace it that way. But I am very fatigued. This is 30 minutes of racing. We've just gone up that longer shallow climb, and I don't think I went in hard enough. You know, I said 500 watts. I actually tried to pare this back. I'm still with the group here, but you can see there's a few people who are going orange. I'm starting to lose the group here, but I am also trying to pace my effort. And what this means is I'm actually having to resort to staying up out of the saddle. What I would normally do here is just back off a bit in the draft, but clearly I'm not in anyone's draft, and now I'm panicking. So you'll see I move up to 7 watts a kilo in a second. Here we go, 500 watts. I'm up to 7.5, 7 watts a kilo, and I'm panicking. I need to get back onto that group. I've let the gap open too wide. There's Adam and Marco in front of me. At the very least, I've got to grab their wheel. I just get on them here. I've made it past them, but yeah, the front has gone. That is now too far to close, I think. I'm with Adam and Marco, and yeah, not really sure what happened there. Obviously, fatigue set in. Probably didn't pace that as well as I could have done. And ultimately, the 3 of us are now together for lap 2. So after some Zone 2 recovery, we've come out of the city. And we've got a small group here. I think we've got 3 A's in this group and 2 B's. So we've got Reyes and Dawson in the B's, and Marco and Shep and myself in the A's. We've also got a chasing pack of B's behind us. And so I've messaged Marco and Adam to say that I'll take us up to the top of the roundabout. So I'm now pulling so about 5 watts a kilo, but it's more important about the watts up here. So I'm doing around 400 watts, maybe just under that. I've been able to get some recovery around the city. Now looking back, I actually completely emptied I was completely emptied what you call your W balance on that climb going back up the Sgurr. So I think that was right at my limit. But yeah, I've got my recovery in and going to help Adam get a result here for B's. So we can keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the time to the chasing pack, and they're 22 seconds behind at the moment. So this effort here up to the roundabout has helped to put some time into them. And ready for 4 more laps of this lock loop, or Loch Circuit, I think it's called. So we'll speed this up. Don't really want to bore anybody, make you dizzy instead. So just keep an eye on that time. So we've got 25 seconds. And that's now 19, 17 as we go round and round. Getting a bit nervous here. Bit of another push. Back to 22 seconds. 25 seconds. I'll take the lead for a bit up the climb. So you can see we're all around somewhere around 20 seconds back down to 19. Oh, I've lost count. Is this our third time round or... Yeah, I lost count during the race as well. I thought we were turning left at one point and we just kept going round. Is this the third? Who knows? Who knows when you do this course? You just go round and round like Groundhog Day. But yeah, 20 seconds. Some orange numbers from the chasing pack there. Right, this must be the last turn going round. Yep, so I'd give a decent push here. And I'm going to hold that to the banner, get some speed. And there we go, yeah, look at that, 27, 28 seconds, 29 seconds, 30-second gap. So really kind of dealt the final blow there to the chasing pack. Almost lost the group here as I was messaging. I was just messaging Adam saying that if he wants a lead out, I was thinking of leading him out from about 500 meters. Yeah, let's crank it. Good answer. And I've messaged Marco as well, you know, just to let him know that I'm gonna, at 500 meters, I'm gonna put the power down. I think it's about 35-40 second effort from there, and I'm gonna lead Adam out to help him secure the win for B. So last rest down here. You can see I'm not putting any power out. And as we're coming up to 600 meters, there's 500 meters. I actually get a little bit too far behind there. I'm almost gapped. So jump on the power. I wasn't really watching the mini-map. I just wanted to get the effort over. So I didn't appreciate whether I had Marco and Adam actually in my draft. But I think we did enough. I think we did enough to warn them. I crossed the line. Adam wins his B race. I'll finish up 9th in A. And that was a fun race. It gets a bit tiring going round and round that loop, but it's great training. I think I've said before, it's great training for your sprint or your repeated efforts. Shame I didn't quite make it with the front of that group. Loritz did. Loritz came second, and he had a very impressive efficiency to do so. So, you know, we're talking margins there. I think maybe another day we could get over that. So tomorrow is stage 4, and that's going to be 4 laps of the Innsbruck Ring, which means 4 leg snappers. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.